Hi, I'm Matt with etrailer, and today we're talking about the Flint Goods steel hitch cargo carrier on the back of our 2023 Nissan Rogue. Now this is going to be a great option for the Rogue because the Rogue doesn't have a whole lot of space and it doesn't have a super high tongue weight. So trying to put a lot back here isn't recommended. To really show you what I'm talking about with that space though is, while it is a decent amount, if everyone in your vehicle, if you have all the seats filled up, have luggage with them, plus some additional, then you're probably going to run out of space. And a situation like this is going to be great for that. It's also going to be great if you have anything that is really dirty or has a lot of spillage in it, and you don't want that getting inside your vehicle. This is going to be a great alternative. So let's check it out. One of the main reasons I recommend this carrier is, even though it is made out of steel, it doesn't weigh that much. And that's going to be because of the size of the carrier. Let me really show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to get a few measurements. If I go for a width for the interior, that's going to be about 51 3/4. The length is going to be a little bit over 17 1/2. And the total height is going to sit at about 4 inches. So that's not huge, and the bright side to that is it's not going to weigh a whole lot. And really, if you're just trying to get a few extra bags of luggage, then this will do you just fine. And when you are putting things back here, you want to make sure you tie those items off, and you're going to have a lot of great points to tie off too. Any one of these rungs will do you just fine. Now, if you have any metal hooks on those, then that could scratch off some of this finish. And this is the black powder coat finish we have to the top. And what that's going to do is help this be more weather resistant. So if you have any hooks that scrape off that finish, it'll be more prone to rusting in those spots. And when you're stacking items back here, I do recommend having a max height of about 19 inches, because if you see right here, that's going to be when we first start making contact. Anything below 19 inches will be just fine for you. I also recommend keeping it at 19 inches because it's going to sit a few inches below your license plate, so that'll still be visible. That's really important if you live in a state where it's required by law to have this visible, and keeping it at that 19-inch range is going to allow you to use your backup camera. And it still won't block your taillights or back window either. We can get some measurements to see how it's going to fit on the back of the Rogue, and that's going to be at a little bit over 19 inches. And that's what's really nice about this carrier, is it doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and the Rogue itself isn't that large of a vehicle, so you're going to be able to still get into a lot of tight spots. To still keep an eye out if you're in any really tight garages though. As for the ground clearance, that's going to be at about 9 inches, and that is a little low, and that's going to be because the Rogue is a lower vehicle. And if you do load it up just with a little bit of weight, that's probably going to drop down by an inch or so. So if you're going up any really steep hills, definitely keep an eye on this so you don't make ground contact. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have this 2-inch shank that's going to go into your 2-inch hitch receiver. Then we'll have this anti-rattle bolt with a handle go through and connect to a nut on the other side. And the way that works is you'll grab it with one hand, grab some type of wrench or socket to tighten it from the other side to secure it down. And what that's going to do is take out a lot of the rattling that's in this carrier. Now sometimes you'll still get a little bit of rattling. It just takes a little bit of time to get it tightened all the way. In my opinion, I think this is an excellent choice for the Rogue, because while it might not be as large as some other carriers, you probably don't need something that large anyways, because this can't carry or handle that much weight on the back. And what's really nice is once you're done using this, if you want to take it off and store it inside your house or your garage, one, it doesn't weigh a whole lot even though it's made out of steel, and two, it's not going to take up a whole lot of space either. Now if you're looking for another great lightweight option, then I'd also recommend another one by Flint Goods. They're going to have an aluminum version of this. It's going to be slightly larger, so it's going to take up a little bit more space in your garage, but if you need a little bit more space, it's going to be great for that too. The only drawback to that one is when you are tying off to it, there are a couple spots that are a little bit thinner when you try to tie off to that could bend. That's one of the benefits of having the steel Hitch Cargo Carrier. But that was just our look at the Flint Hill Goods steel Hitch Cargo Carrier on the back of the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Thanks for watching.